Hey friends, it's your girl Amber back with another video. Choosing the right brokerage is one of the most important decisions that you can make when it comes to your success as a real estate agent. I have been at Real Broker for a year and a half now. It's my fifth brokerage, and I've been really happy here, but it's not for everybody. So I want to give you guys an honest opinion of whether or not Real could be the right decision for you. And I hope that if you have been thinking about Real, or if you've heard whatever you've heard about it, good or bad, that you will watch this video so you can decide for yourself. The first reason why Real Broker might not be the right choice for you is if you absolutely need a physical office space. Real is a technology-based brokerage. We have no brick and mortar. We have everything basically available online. That's what gives us very low overhead and much higher splits than other brokerages. Before you make that decision that you 100% need a physical office, just make sure you weigh the pros and cons of it. It's worth it for you to most likely accept that lower split. That money for that office, the lease, the manager, the photocopier, the admin, the front desk, all of that money is coming from somewhere, and it's coming from the pockets of the agents. So just think about that, of whether or not it's worth it for you. The second reason why Real Broker might not be a great fit for you is if you think that becoming a real estate agent is going to be easy. The reality is that 85% of agents quit within the first year. Now, these are from all agents, not just agents that start at Real. So, becoming a real estate agent, a lot of people come into it without knowing the ins and outs of how to become successful. It is not easy money. It's not that it's difficult. It's more that it just can often require a lot of patience, self-motivation, consistency, and it's not easy. It's not easy money. That's why 85% of agents quit within the first year. That's going to be true wherever you join. The third reason would be if you think that Real is a recruiting agency, or that's your motivation. You might have heard that we have really great revenue share program, and that is true. We have the most lucrative revenue share that I have seen of any brokerage. A lot of people might join thinking about that, and it is definitely available, but we are a real estate brokerage. We are here to buy and sell houses, to help clients, and that is our primary motivation. And actually, only about 10% of agents at Real even sponsor one agent. So it's definitely not the primary point of joining Real. And to succeed, it's really about building your real estate business and then adding on sponsoring agents from there to be successful. The fourth reason would be if you are at a brokerage where you already have a high split that is over 85%. That's where we start. We start at 85%. We have a $12,000 cap, and then we're at 100% after that. If you are only doing a few deals a year and you don't think you're going to cap, meaning you sell less than approximately 3 million a year, and you're already at over 85%, maybe you don't need to make that switch. Just stay where you are. Just keep in mind the fees, the desk fees, admin or franchise fee, the long-term commitment, because sometimes brokerages will entice you in with sign-on bonuses, but then lock you in, and they're going to get that money from somewhere. And also, this would only be true if you have no interest in stocks, the stock benefits, and no interest in sponsoring agent or revenue share. In that case, it might not be a good fit. And then the fifth reason would be if you hate technology. Like I said, we are a technology-based brokerage. Almost everything is going to be online. We have a ton of support and training, social media, marketing, connecting with the other agents. This is all online. Filing the documents. Like I said, we don't have a physical office, but if you have trouble with technology, you hate technology, you're not willing to learn the system, it is super user friendly. I will say, after having been at several brokerages where we had to upload stuff online, if you're used to paper and handing it to somebody and filing cabinets and you don't want to use a computer, then definitely Real Broker would not be for you. One more bonus reason. If you need a manager, if you need to be managed, Real is better for agents who are self-motivated. I think real estate in general is better for agents that are self-motivated, but you definitely are not going to have somebody that's going to come knocking on your door, asking you if you've made your phone calls, asking you if you've followed up with your leads. There's not a lot of hand holding. There is a lot of support available, but you do have to be fairly self-motivated in order to find that support or know to look for that support. So you can join a team. We do have teams, but even then, you really need to do the work yourself. People are not just handing you leads anywhere that I've been. And again, before you join a brokerage thinking that your broker is going to hold your hand and give you leads and give you that training, just be careful, because I started off my first two brokerages with brokers that promised me the world and then just did not follow through. They were small brokerages. They did not have the time or the system to really give me great training. So they were really good at recruiting me and promising me a lot, but not great at following through. So that is the last reason Real would not be good for you, is if you need some hand holding and aren't ready to follow through on the leads on your own. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you feel like any of the things that I said did not scare you off and you are interested in hearing more and hearing more about the benefits of Real, please reach out. Like I said, I've been really happy here. It's my fifth brokerage, and I made those moves because each time I felt like I was choosing something better. This is my best and favorite brokerage. I will be here for probably the rest of my real estate career, and I would love to talk to you about it. Take care.